All right, how we doing today? It is day 7 of this series, day 7 of my transformation. We're gonna go over what happened today, what I did good, what I did bad, what I could have done better, and how I can improve. I'm always trying to improve. And if you guys aren't aware, if you guys are watching this, in case you don't watch me, but I do go live every single day, every single market trading day. I'm live at Market Open, at New York Open. I'm live. And I usually go live. I have been going live for at least 5 hours. And we're kind of gonna discuss a little bit today what happened. Obviously, just looking at the charts, we had huge sell off, and we almost took out this external low. I actually wasn't really on the charts at this time. I was getting off because I was like, we're selling off. I would expect to see ES meet that or NQ meet that low, and we never did. I don't think we even have SMT at all. Why can I not? Why is it not letting me zoom? Why can I not zoom out? That's as far as I can zoom out. Hello? Hello? Yeah, I swear it usually lets me zoom out a little bit farther. Did we end up taking this low on no, we didn't. So we got really close to this low, never took it. So going into today, I was bullish. I wanted to see on ES we had this 1 hour imbalance and breaker block here. I wanted to see us bounce off this. As soon as we reject this, I can tell that the draw is gonna be this low. But I never really saw an entry to take to this low. We had a news candle right here, kind of sprung up, manipulated, took these highs, and then sold off to that low. I don't really see an entry here except for maybe buying these stops, but I don't think that's very high quality. I don't think that is the best setup, and it was the same on NQ as well. We had that news candle manipulated up. I didn't like it. The reason why I didn't think that this would have been a valid entry because we just took this low. I'm waiting. We're getting that displacement up, that manipulation, and then we sell off. So this was a. I'm just curious here. I want to see standard deviation wise where we met. Is that okay? From this candle, we bounced at 2 to 2.5 -2, and we almost hit 4. So that's just something to look out for. And we sold off. And at this point in time, I'm looking at this daily candle, and I don't think that we're gonna close. I'm anticipating a wick here, and I'm anticipating us to like create a wick, like when we get down here, when we take this daily low. I'm expecting to see like some sort of retracement. I want to see some sort of wick to come back to the upside, and we did end up forming that wick, but that happened like market close. The past few days, we have been volume has been there at market close. I would say at least the market I've been paying attention to and the times I've been paying attention to it, we don't usually do this all the time, every day. But the last 2 days, or was it? Did we do it for the last 3 days? No, the last 2 days we've just volume has really increased at close. And I would expect NQ to take this low, but this is gonna be a sell side level that will probably get revisited. And just by looking at this chart, I got off of the charts around here. I'm like, we're failing to displace higher, and I'm expecting the draw to be this low, and we never got displacement higher until here. 30 minutes to market close, we just get that big displacement higher. I guess the entry would probably be this imbalance. That would have been a good entry. Stop at the low. But the only reason why this isn't really a plus is because the external draw is still this low. And although we do have all this generated buy side, which is what I was looking at, I was noticing where we were leaving liquidity. This would be a good trade, but not everything is in line here, so I wouldn't love to take this trade, but this is definitely a decent trade that you could have took advantage of. And volume has really just been spiking within the last 15 minutes. we're going to go over, I took one trade today, and this trade's okay. And it actually would have been a fantastic trade had I just done a few things differently. But I ended up taking a small loss, and I ended up closing this position early. As I was in the position, I realized that I don't really need to be in this position right now, and I shouldn't be trading this right now. And I just knew that it was a little bit too early, so then I took it off. It would have actually ended up hitting. We would have hit my take profit here, but I entered in off of this inverse. We swept sell side. We have displacement higher, and this is just too early. This is too early of a trade for me. This is too early. I'm taking this trade a little bit too early. I took this inverse, and if I'm going to take an inverse, here's the rule that I will have in the future. Here's what I want to say. First of all, I don't want to be taking inverse fair value gaps. I think they're great, but just anytime I've tried to take an inverse in my trading, it just hasn't worked out. I don't take the right ones. I don't take it well. I don't approach it very well. I'm not reading the right ones. So I take this inverse. After we come up, we displace higher, and then I set a limit order here, and we just flush through this. So had I waited for a reaction off of this, and then market shows me we want to go higher, then sure, maybe I could re-enter here or something. Or maybe I could get in. Maybe my entry doesn't have to be perfect. Maybe my entry doesn't have to be the best thing in the world. But getting in just after seeing that reaction instead of just taking the inverse just because I think that's where price could bounce, I don't think, just because we run the inverse, that doesn't mean that we're strictly going to go straight to buy side. And although my draw was correct, my execution was not. And I realized that. I'm like, man, I really want to see some manipulation at these lows for us to then rally higher. I really want to see an SMT at these lows, and then market tell me that we want to rally higher. And this is just too early, and I'm also a little bit too zoomed in. And I understand that when I'm in the trade, I take it off. Small loss today. This isn't a bad trade. This is a good trade, but I could have done it a little bit better. And then I ended up the ideal entry that I wanted was this breaker in imbalance. And as you can see, we actually do end up tapping it. This breaker and this unicorn setup, we actually do end up tapping this. We tap the fair value gap and then go straight to buy side. We're not straight to buy side, but we tap the fair value gap and then we're going to buy side. And so I did have a limit order in here, but I had it all the way down here within this breaker. I wanted to see us retrace all the way into here. And price doesn't need to go all the way down into this breaker as well. Price doesn't need to go all the way down into here, telling us that this is a valid setup. So what I did good is I was able to understand the setup. And I was able to understand the model. We come down into this unicorn setup, and then we go to buy side here. And that's what happened. We ended up doing that. Buy side gets met. That would have been a good entry had I maybe waited for this, or this is also what I should have done. And what I want to get better at is obviously if we go to my get better at, it's watch ES, where are we leaving liquidity. I would say I'm getting better at these two. Rushing setups, no, I'm not getting better at this. I'm still rushing setups, and I did force a mid setup. I wanted to get in. I saw a possibility of a setup to play out, and I guess I got a little bit too excited. I got a little bit too carried away. Therefore, I entered a little bit too early. Or not even a little bit too early. I entered early. I entered too early. Price didn't need to move already. Price didn't need to go after running this imbalance. Although this ended up being a great model and it ended up being a good entry had I capitalized off of it. It was too early. It was too early. And I do like how I'm able to recognize this, but it was a little bit too early. Execution was not there today. My execution was not there today. It wasn't very good. So that is the one trade I took. And what really the best situation here was to take this on ES. We have the same thing. We have this breaker imbalance. We come back, tap it perfectly, and then we head to buy side here. ES looked like the better trade to take, and I was just paying attention too much to NQ today. I do need to be looking at ES a lot more. So this is where I went wrong. This is a beautiful trade, like zero drawdown within this trade. Go straight to buy side, pretty much. But what am I getting better at? I'm able to recognize this model in real time. And I was able to look at it in real time, but the execution points on it were off. So that's what I should have done better today. But throughout the sell-off, I don't really see any advantage. I don't really see any sort of trade. I mean, I guess like I've been saying, to take this is like turtle soup. We come up, manipulate it, poke above that imbalance, but even after that, bro, I don't really see any opportunity for me to capitalize off this. I guess you could say on NQ once we have broken below that, but I don't really like this because sell side just got met. But this imbalance could have been all right. Take it to sell side. Wait, do we even have a sell side low? No, we don't really have clear sell side right here. That's also why I wasn't really looking to take a short. So good for avoiding this. This isn't really opportunity for me. This isn't really great execution. But okay, I could have taken another trade, and I saw this in real time, and I guess I really could have taken this trade, but I did not. So we get displacement lower after taking that buy side, and then we come back, failing to displace higher, and then we get this lower. But the reason why I wouldn't want to take a short here at all is because at the time we were holding this 5-minute imbalance. Let me get rid of those. We had this 5-minute imbalance. Come on. That we were kind of holding. So now I can expect to see. At the time, it was right here. I can expect to see us head lower. And the fact that we didn't displace higher after this, we did not displace higher at all. We come up, and we don't displace up higher. We respect this fair value gap nicely. Once we start to sell off, then you can say I can expect to see the draw to be these relative equal lows. But where I went wrong is I saw that we're coming back in this 5-minute inverse. We left all this equal lows, this liquidity below us, come back in the inverse, and then we just immediately sell off. So this should have been a trade that I should have took. I should have taken this, and even if it's with like, I think that this is still a good trade. Again, I'm not risking much here. I'm able to take this trade, and once I'm able to scale up into positions, and once I am not just risking 1 micro on NQ, then that's when I can maybe risk lower size on these types of setups instead of instead of risking my full size. But this was nice. This was beautiful. We come back in that 5-minute inverse, we tap it, and then just sell off. We sell that low. This is a good trade. This would be a good trade. I didn't take it. I folded. And then right as this happens, I noticed that we have all this engineered buy side up here. So I'm like, I really want to see us displace higher. I want to see us displace higher. I want to see us displace higher, head higher, possibly get a market maker buy model here. And we fail. Still generating buy side, but we are generating buy side within this. And then I wasn't at the charts at this time. I didn't see this opportunity, but like I said, you probably could have capitalized off this around here to maybe target buy side, but I don't really love it just because this prominent low is prominent low. We fail. We're gonna revisit this in the future, so be aware of this. I'm curious to see where we stopped here. We still haven't met equilibrium yet. I need to see more structure to see where we open up. But anyways, we're gonna remove our drawings, and I'm gonna evaluate my bias going into tomorrow. Obviously, I like to wait until the morning until I can evaluate my bias. But on the daily, we have just ran this imbalance, change of state of delivery here. This is a huge candle. I'm bearish now. I'm bearish now. I'm expecting us to have bearish prices. Literally everything in the market, stocks are kind of starting to sell off. As soon as Nvidia, and this is just what I think as soon as Nvidia starts to sell off a little bit, or as soon as Nvidia starts to blow some steam off a little bit, that is when we're gonna start selling on S&P and NQ. That is when we will probably get those sell-offs. But like Apple's pretty bearish right now, Tesla's bearish right now, Microsoft and Amazon could also be bearish. I think Microsoft. Actually, I don't know. But I think that we will start to see bearish prices. We have this huge candle. This tells me that we're disrespecting bullish imbalances. But I need to see where we open tomorrow. We retrace we're at equilibrium within this range. We're still holding up this daily fair value gap here, but I would expect us to meet lower prices and sell off to this low sooner or later. But if we go into let's go in like the 4 hour, we have this huge sell-off. We're not huge sell-off. We have a sell-off. I'm expecting this low to get met. It never got met. We also have a 4 hour imbalance that we're kind of that we're still respecting. So I guess it all depends on what overnight session does. But ES is still kind of the same. We have a low we haven't met. We also have what? A 4 hour imbalance right here. We're still holding. But this could possibly be sell side of the curve. Notice how fast this move was. Notice how fast we sold off. And no reason do I really think that market needs to come back up to this high. I don't really think that we need to go back up to that high now that we have started to displace lower. But I would like to see retracement into equilibrium within this price leg. Probably open up around here. Powell does speak tomorrow at 8 or 10 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. my time. So Powell does speak at 8 a.m. We have Joe's Jobs opening, and we have NFP this week. We have NFP Friday, and we also have Powell speaking today and tomorrow. I'm expecting to see good, clean price action. Or I shouldn't say I should be expecting it, but I think that we might be getting cleaner price action within the next 2 days. I think it will be definitely will be volatile, and I also have to be aware that it is NFP week. I have to be aware that it is NFP week. Maybe conditions aren't there, but also maybe conditions are there. Maybe we do have clean price action. I'm still going to be looking to trade as usual. I'm still going to be on live per usual, and I'm still going to be having the same mentality as usual. My bias going into today, I was bullish when he sold off. It was not correct. I reevaluated my bias, and I took one trade. Trades that I took one trade. It was an okay. It was a decent trade, and it was a good model. But the execution on my part was not there. I did not execute very well. I guess you could say I panicked here, but I guess part of that is just I need to be a little bit more strict. If I'm saying I only want to take high quality setups, and then I'm taking like an okay setup, and then I know it's not a good setup, that's not setting myself up for success. Either I should be taking high quality setups and know what I'm looking for, or I should be waiting, backing off, and taking decent, or taking setups, or just testing my draw. Possible setups that I missed, we already went over those. Maybe the long and PM session, and maybe there was another, maybe the short open, but I don't like that. I wouldn't say I missed. I would say maybe I potentially missed the long at close, but that's right at market close. And the past 2 days, market has been going crazy at close. Volume has really stepped up. What did I do good today? I stayed patient, and I was able to recognize draws well. And today was a decent day. Today I'm going out here with experience, and every day is a learning experience. Every day is me here to learn, and I feel like I did do good today. I feel like I did decent today, and definitely got more improvement, more ways to improve, and more ways to get better. Reflection on the day, decent day, although my execution was not there. My execution should have been better, and I still need to be paying attention to ES a lot more than I have been. But today, I definitely got better. I definitely was paying more attention to ES, and I was really kind of locked in, and I liked it. I liked it. Today was a good day. Today was a better day, honestly. I was more locked in. I was more focused, and I needed to continue that going in the rest of the week. And I need to be more focused and more locked in throughout, and just continue to grow and improve. What I did outside of the markets today, again, like same day, same day. I don't think this will ever change, but I went on a run, went to the gym, read, and I guess after we'll study, and I'm meal prepping tonight, making meals tonight. Every week I meal prep. It kind of depends on the day. I don't have like a set day I do it every single week, but yeah, I got a meal prep. Bias going into tomorrow. I'm bearish. I want to see us, but we obviously. I would say that I don't think we really need to go higher. We have an SMT at this high. I don't think there's any real reason for us to go higher. Market already manipulated higher, and we'll see. We'll see. But I personally don't think that we have too strong of a reason to go higher. So we had S&T at the highs, and we'll see. What should I be doing, but I'm not doing? Sorry, I really gotta think about this. What should I be doing, but I'm not doing? Not rushing setups, and I feel like I'm at a. I don't know. I feel like I might be a little bit scared of the markets. Honestly, personally, I think that I might be scared of the markets. I think I might be scared right now. I think I might be fearful. I'm not wanting to put on trade, and I'm not putting on trades. And I'm trying to not take trades, so I feel like, in a sense, I might be a little bit scared. I might be a little bit scared to trade. I might be a little bit scared to put on, because like I say I'm stubborn, but then it doesn't become consistent. I say I'm only looking for high quality setups, but I'm just being a big hypocrite right now. I say that I'm not gonna force any bad setups, and I am forcing bad setups at the same time. And then the times when price does look good, it does look like a decent setup. I don't take it because I just forced a bad setup, and I know that I'm only looking for high quality setups. So like where am I going to be consistent with this? Either I'm going to take high quality setups, or I'm not. Or I'm going to take decent setups that I have a little bit of conviction with that I think could go. But then when I go in a trade and then I'm like, man, this really isn't A+, what do I do here? What do I do here? Am I going to take this trade, or am I going to panic? Am I going to take it off? And today I did take the trade off because I just felt like it wasn't correct, and I kind of have to be real with myself here. Because this happens to me a lot in my trading, to where I say I'm staying patient. I'm going to stay patient, and then things happen to where something looks decent, and then I go into that trade, and then maybe end up taking a loss. And then later down the road, we have a good setup that looks good. I don't end up taking it because of that loss. And there has to be, I don't know. We're gonna sit here and reflect. But first, was there a turtle soup setup? Maybe that potentially one up here on ES. This would have been your turtle soup. I was okay. What I really wanted to see, and I was really looking at this, I had high conviction with this. If ES or if NQ came down, took this low into this imbalance and breaker, I was really thinking that we were gonna get efficient price action to the SPY side. Because we would have created an SMT here probably if we bounced here. And that's what I was really looking for. That's what I really wanted to see happen, and I would have taken that. But I want to see here, that would have been the possible turtle soup, taking these lows to target the high. Other than that, maybe this one, but I don't really count that. I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna reflect here. We're just gonna reflect. To where I'm at a point to where I want to take high quality setups. I tell myself we should be taking high quality setups. When the time comes when I see a decent setup, then I will take it. I'll take a decent setup to get into a position, and I'll be like, man, maybe this isn't high quality setup. And I think what it is obviously you want to as a trader only take high quality setups, but as a trader as well, if you're able to risk your capital correctly, not every setup has to be A++ setup. Take what you're confident in. Take what I'm confident in. And I guess that's take what you're take what I'm confident in. Because recently, I just haven't been there. I'm just being straight up. It's like I've had this problem honestly for some time now, and I don't think I've really ever addressed it. When I say I want to be taking good setups, let's take good setups, and then next thing you know, maybe I get a little bit impatient. I've been waiting all day for this setup, and then I take a mid setup or a setup that probably I should have waited for. I should have waited on, but I really like it how it is right now. It looks enticing, and I end up getting either stopped out or I get a little bit less confident. And then what ends up happening usually around 5 minutes later? Price goes to the target. Price delivers efficiently. I get stopped out, and then price does what I think it will do. So I guess a way that I could get, kind of roadmap this is to take stop rates and to take where I think price is stopping out traders. That's where I could refine and just say where would I look to take a trade in my past, and then wait until that gets stopped out and then take a trade. Yo, what's good, bro? Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. But basically, I'm definitely in a position to where I'm just a little stuck. I've been making good progress, and I've been able to read price a lot better. That is great. That's phenomenal. But when it comes to the execution of things, and recently just my execution just hasn't been there. I have troubles with executing on the ideas and on the trade ideas. So part of that is maybe being more patient with it, but not overly patient. Not overly patient, because me being over patient and me like not being scared of the markets in a sense. I guess you could say I'm scared of the markets right now, but I'm not taking a trade because I want to take high quality setup. But then I'm out here also taking not high quality setups. So I'm taking a trade that's like okay, but then I'm like missing out on opportunities, or I'm not taking opportunities that do look good and I do have a little bit of confidence in, but I'm shaken because I just didn't really follow my rules here. And I shouldn't have taken this trade. So then that leads me to be like, man, this trade does look good, and it's pretty much a lot of things that I'm looking for. Yes, it's not A+, but it could be decent, so then why am I not taking it? I don't know. That's just kind of where I'm at. I'm just a little struggling. I'm kind of teetering the boat, but I think that if I keep on putting the work in, if I show up every single day and just get in that mindset of getting better, then like I'll over time build confidence, be able to like, bro, I've been trading with this strategy for probably like a month and a half, maybe. Not even. Like, if we look at my journal, let's look at my journal, y'all. I started this 2/12. This hasn't even been a month of journaling every trade. And I was journaling kinda in the past, but focus on quality, not quantity. Okay, so this is where I'm at. So I'm on a demo account, and it kind of makes sense for me to like kind of test my bias, test to see what I want price to do, where I think price could go, and then I just don't end up taking a trade. But what I think I should be doing, and where I think that this is personally what I could be doing, is only taking A plus setups, only taking on my demo account, only taking setups that I have high conviction with, and I think that are going to work out. Only take those on the demo account, and then I don't even have to be in the trade, but at least like put up the trade, like the long position. You know what I'm talking about. At least put up like the trade idea, put up that like long position that I'm like kind of like I'm in a trade, but I'm not really in the trade. I could do that to where I kind of think that this is gonna go here, but I'm not necessarily in the trade. And then journal that. Journal what happened here. What happened here? Oh, I realize you guys were seeing my screen. Keep that grind up. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate the love. I really do. But that's what I think I should start doing, and maybe just trying to take A plus setups that I have high conviction with, and then maybe if there's a trade that I'm like, man, bro, this might look good, put like the trade tracker on there. I don't necessarily need to be in the position, but just be like, man, this is what I see right now. This is what I think price could do. This is what I'm looking at. Let's see how this goes, and I'll journal what happens here. This is where I think price might do, but it's just not A plus setups. This is the thing that's hindering me. But I'm gonna put on this trade setup, and I'm just going to see what happens. I'm not in this trade, but I'm just going to experiment. I'm going to see what happens here instead of actually being in the trade. I think that's a great plan to go by, because like I don't need to be in a trade to be learning. I don't need to be in a trade to be gaining experience. It's going to take time. If we look at this is what I was pulling up earlier. Never mind, that's the wrong thing. If we look at this, I started this 2/12. Hasn't even been a month. Yes, I do trade ICT concepts. It hasn't even been a month. And ideally I want to have 3 months of consistent journaling, and that's maybe when I'll go on a live account, because I think this will be good for me to do this for like 3 months straight, and then prove to myself that I'm worthy of going on a live account, preferably when I'm more disciplined, when I'm a better person, when I have more knowledge, when I have more experience, when I feel more confident in this. Because if we just look at the trades here, this was an okay setup. Personally, like the best setup is taking this after we take stops. Like, notice how efficient price is. But if we just look at the first trades on this, like I would say I've improved a lot more than what this is. This is less than a month. And like this isn't even a bad trade, but I just ended up taking it off. Bias is right. End up hitting take profit. I took it off early. I felt a little bit of negative emotion. I was like, why am I in this? I shouldn't really be in this. But this is what I'm gonna do. So anytime I want to get into a trade, anytime I'm thinking about getting into a trade, what I should do is put the trade on like I'm in the trade, but I'm not actually in the trade. And then we're going to wait and look for more confirmation that price actually wants to go here. So instead of getting in this position right here off the inverse, that's way too early. What I should do is wait for this displacement higher, this breaker in imbalance to get filled, and then take this or this. And obviously, I would have taken this if it came down into here, or if we came down into this imbalance and breaker here, I would have taken it for sure. But I feel like what I want to do and what I should do is whenever I want to get into a trade, put up the trade like I'm in the trade, but I'm not actually in the trade. And then wait for confirmation, wait for a stop rate or something to where I might be getting tricked out, faked out. And then once I have more confirmation, maybe I could take the second entry. And I feel like, yeah. I like that. I like that. Mandatory. I'm going to write this down. Mandatory. I'm going to try this. If you like a trade, comma, put up the trade like you are going to take it, and then see if it is holding, and possibly take the second entry off of that. Waiting for more confirmation is what will make me a better trader. Okay. Yeah, I really want to do this. Mandatory. And every day we're going to look back on this and we're going to see, did I stick to this? Did I stick to my rules? This is a rule I want to have. If you like a trade, put up the trade like you are going to take it, and then see if it is holding and possibly take the second entry off of that. Waiting for more confirmation is key. It'll make me a better trader. Will make you a better trader. See if it is holding and possibly take the second entry off that. If there is no second entry, journal it per usual. Got it. Yeah. I really like this. So, yeah. What I want to start doing, if I like a trade, put up the trade like I'm going to be in a trade, and then see if it's holding. See if we're really holding. For example, where were we? I think, yeah, we're down here. So after this is just a little bit too early. Taking that's just a little bit too early, honestly. Take to this buy side. Wait. Put this trade up like we are actually in the trade, but we're not. We're just, is this what I think is going to happen? Then see, oh, maybe we get a stop right here or something like that. Maybe people have their stops like below here. Then we get displacement higher. We have a fair value gap. We get tapped into. Boom. Take it here. Risking what? Maybe this. Boom. There you go. You have now waited for confirmation, and you have now stayed disciplined. And like I don't need to be taking these early entries. Taking the early entries is not what's going to make me a better trader. Taking the early entries is not what is going to make me a better trader at all. It will not. What will make me a better trader is sharpening my sword, sharpening my blade, and sharpening my focus. Because what happens here? What do I lose? What do I lose here if I'm acting like I want to be in a trade? And then price just runs. I was right. It was cool. Price just ran. Then I know why it ran. Maybe we come down here and took this inverse. But what happens to me most of the time is I'm not actually correct off that first trade. So what I am doing is I'm protecting myself. Say then we have a stop right here. I'm like, okay, I'm initially long bias. I'm expecting this to go higher. We get a stop rate first though. I should be a little bit more patient here, and that is when I can take maybe this entry. Maybe this entry actually is being the better entry. But yeah, I like that. I really do. I really like that. I'm gonna stick to that, and I'll keep you guys updated. I'll keep myself updated most importantly, and I don't really have a whole lot else. But I really like that. I really like that. I really like that idea, and I think that will make me a better trader, 100%. And that will fix some of my problems I'm having. But per usual, I'm here to get better every single day, and I hope you guys are as well. And I appreciate you guys for the support. Thank you guys so much. If you guys don't know, I do stream live every single market session. I'm live at market open, pretty much to almost market close. Not like the whole day, but I'm getting a lot of screen time, and although I know being on the charts all day isn't very beneficial, but I'm doing this to get me better as a trader and to also just kind of get more screen time. Because what else would I be doing? Like this is what I'm gonna do. I'll be there to check you. Hey, I appreciate you, bro. You have some good energy. I like it. I like it. You have some good energy. I appreciate it. I like it. But anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully at market open. If not, maybe back in another trading transformation. But if not,